Hello, welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about EV Warriors #1, straight out of the 50-cent bins. And I'm also a little upset because I was in the middle of recording this and it stopped. So now I got to start over because I don't know where it ended and I'm not going to try to splice two different things together. So, anyway, the book is one big advertisement. It is. Electric Bicycle Company presents the EV Warriors. You see it right there. The first explosive issue. If we flip open to the middle, assuming I can find it, there it is, we get an ad. We flip over to the back, it's an ad. There's ads everywhere. There are logos on their chests. It's all advertisement. $250 in 1995 or 6, whenever this came out. That's pretty expensive for a comic book. They're basically making you, the reader, pay for their ad campaign. It's kind of weird. But I had so much fun reading this. It's like the first episode of a 90s Saturday morning cartoon. Back when Saturday mornings had cartoons, and the cartoons were awesome and full of explosions and action and fun. Seriously. By the time the 90s ended, and that all went away because the federal government passed a law saying that if they had cartoons, then they had to have educational content, Up until that point, this was good stuff on TV. And this book is right in the middle of that kind of tradition. Let's flip it open to here so you can see the electric bicycle factory, which is a gigantic plant, is under attack, but it's also heavily armed. And so they're battling off the Mandroids. Mandroid squadron in position. Cloak shields operational. Arrival undetected. Commencing ambush. Although usually if you ambush somebody, it's when they come to you, not when you go to them. But, that's a quibble. The solar panels retract, and guns come out. Anyway, the factory gets wrecked. Here's the people that own it, Mr. Dupre and his friends, at a corporate boardroom in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's not exactly where I think of when I think of corporate boardrooms. I was like, we're going to have superheroes, Operation EVW, EV Warrior. Oh, it's the title of the book. And look, we meet the villain, the evil. And look at him, he's obviously evil. Dr. Plague. Nelson Dupre and the rest of the world shall crumble before Dr. Plague. Clearly that's how he talks. Who goes full Blofeld and kills one of his minions as soon as we meet anybody. That was fast. Anyway, we cut over here, we meet some of the heroes. To the big dude is Powerhouse. He's like the space filling guy so that you don't have to draw backgrounds as much. She's like Wave and whatever. It doesn't really matter who they are. They get sent on a mission with these two kids on bicycles to go save Hoover Dam. So we get a battle. The heroes versus Mandroids. Intruder alert. Mandroid squadron mobilize. All 5 robots airborne. On course to intercept. Now to quasi-multiply the air pressure surrounding them. So he just crushes them with air. That's actually kind of cool. You think Storm could do that, right? And Powerhouse jumps out with 2 of the other people, and they land in the lake. Oh, let's keep going, let's keep going. They break in. There's these dudes that work for Dr. Plague. They look like Hydra minions, basically. I mean, that's what I'm looking at here. These are Hydra goons. It's got a P, I think, on their uniform. It's kind of hard to tell if it's a P or a D or what. But I think it's a P for Plague. Take them down, warriors. The dam is secure. It's a shame that the action sequence lasted like 0 time. Because it actually looks pretty cool. And victory. Oh yeah, they're playing. They're flying around in an F-117 Nighthawk. Hold on, let me find that page where they're all sitting in it. Yeah. It's an F-117 Nighthawk, man. This is not a passenger plane. Like, the modifications to this thing are very substantial. This company, not only do they have, like, super-powered suits to give people to make a team of superheroes, but they can afford the billions of dollars for a stealth bomber, which actually or it's, what? It's a stealth fighter. Oh god, I forget. It's a fighter. It's called a fighter, but it's actually a bomber. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, that is an expensive piece of hardware. All I know is they must sell a lot of bicycles. But it totally follows the arc of like the first episode of a Saturday morning cartoon. You get a crisis, you get the response to the crisis, you meet the principals, you meet the head good guy who's like the father figure, you meet the bad guy who's just the bad guy, you get thrown into a combat situation, and then you triumph. And that's totally what happened here. This was a lot of fun. Like, right out of the 50-cent bin, zero cost to me because it was Wednesday. I mean, there was opportunity cost because I could have got something else, but I didn't. And it was fun. What more do you want? What more do you want? I really like the art and the coloring and everything about the book. I think it actually looks pretty darn good. Even though this cover, in this dude's hair, his hair's killing me. I gotta admit that. Dude's hair's killing me. He thinks he's Guile. I'll see you next time. If you see this in the 50-cent bin, maybe check it out. Like, it's a hoot. It is absolutely a hoot. Bye-bye.